Surrounding how the U.S. government will handle election security. Here is President Trump last week talking about his concerns about election security as support grows for mail-in voting amid the coronavirus pandemic.
Voting by mail is very dangerous because people can grab them, people can take that proxy, sign a name, they can do all sorts of things, especially harvesting. They go out and they say, just, let's put them all together, and that's happened. Now they want to send out vote by mail. Who knows who's signing this stuff? Not only should they come and vote, now if you're a senior citizen and if you're this or that, like in Florida, there's a great system of voting, but it's a fair system and it's a very closely watched system. So in some cases, age, you're not feeling well, you should be able to do it, but you have to go out and vote.
Joining us now, staff writer at The Atlantic magazine and author of the new book entitled Dark Mirror, Edward Snowden and the American Surveillance State, Barton Gellman. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. First of all, just responding to the president's repeated use of the phrase mail-in voting is dangerous. It may be one of the key ways that this presidential election can happen this November if the virus has an upswing in the fall. Is mail-in voting dangerous? And is the Postal Service ready?
Mail-in voting has been demonstrated by repeated studies to be completely safe. The incidence of voter fraud that you could actually point a finger to is vanishingly rare. It happens that the only significant example of that in recent years has been a Republican. But the main point is we know how to secure it. And it is in a broader sense of security, which is keeping people secure from getting sick while voting, keeping people from being deterred against voting because of the close crowding that's required to stand in line. That's an example in which voting security is enhanced by vote by mail.
Some may be concerned that President Trump would want to undermine the election in some way and impact mail-in voting by impacting the Postal Service. Is that possible? Well,
it's alarming that the president has put a political crony in charge of the Postal Service, which is unprecedented. The Postal Service has all kinds of levers for deciding what counts as a ballot, deciding whether an envelope has been properly stamped. If you wanted to put your mind to thinking of what the Postal Service could do to interfere with an election, it's a little bit alarming.
Katty Kay, jump in.
Barton, do we have any sense yet of what the percentage of postal votes is going to be come November, given the coronavirus, compared to other years? And is that a calculation that the post office is already making? Are they trying to get a sense of the scale of this right now? And do they know it?
Well, I think they can't know it. It depends entirely on who's allowed to vote by mail. The president and his people are trying to reduce that number by rules. It depends on whether you are sent a ballot automatically or only upon request. It